I genuinely don't like Mulberry County, and that's coming from someone who actually enjoys playing Roblox horror games. I mean, don't get me wrong, the game actually scared me sometimes. But this game is an absolute mess. The only reason I played it was because someone suggested it to me, and I had never seen it before, so I wanted to try it out. But oh my god, was it a waste of my time. I know this game was only made by one person, which is fair for it not being perfect, but it had potential with the way it was going. But then it just actively kept getting worse and worse as I kept playing. I usually never say this about any horror game, but bro, this one was ass! And I mean it! So in this video, I'll be explaining everything that I didn't like about Mulberry County and what could be changed to make it better. Now, before I start the video, I'd suggest joining my Discord server. I'm trying to reach 200 members by 2027, and it would be much appreciated if you join. I want to do fun stuff with my viewers, like playing games together, featuring them in my videos, and more. The link to this server is in the description of this video. Also, massive spoiler alert from Mulberry County, so go play it first. If you don't want to be spoiled, don't. And one more thing, I'll be referring to the player character as you, we, him, they, and our character. Just letting you know so you're not confused on who I'm talking about. Anyways, with all that being said, Kylinator start. So, the first thing I dislike about the game is the mostly inaccurate description. So, according to the description, it's a game that is inspired by the Mandela Catalog and liminal spaces? I'm sorry, but I don't see anything to do with liminal spaces in this game. Like, liminal spaces as in backrooms type of stuff, or what? At least I do see resemblance to the Mandela Catalog though, especially with the VHS tapes and what they talk about. The conversations on the phones do seem to be similar to the phone audios in the Mandela Catalog as well, but they don't really add any depth to the game, and they're just there for some form of reassurance that our character isn't alone, I guess. Also, I can't forget the fact that the name Mulberry County is very similar to Mandela County. One more thing that isn't related to the Mandela Catalog that I would like to point out is this clip that you're seeing right now, which seems to be similar to the boiled one. But the creature in this clip is just speaking incoherent stuff, unlike the boiled one who actually speaks, just distorted. It just sounds so goofy, man. I do like the resemblance, but the boiled one actually creeped me out whenever it talked. But this is just, no, it's not scary at all. Now, the next thing I dislike about Mulberry County is the fact that the tasks in it seem to just be there to make the game longer. Like, you're telling me we have to do homework. Our character isn't even in school anymore. They're literally 18 fucking years old. And no, don't assume that they're in college, because, while yes, there are some more complicated questions in their homework. They don't seem to be college level though. Okay, what if they're in the last year of secondary school and they just haven't left yet? Nah, buddy, don't even think that. Because I'm pretty sure that there wouldn't even be any secondary school homework questions that would ask you to write down your name. Yes, that is an actual question here. The first one, to be specific. It literally just asks, what is your name? Solve 2 by 2. Solve 9 divided by 2. Identify the moon. Like, you can't be saying our character is in college if they have to identify the moon for their homework. If anything, they're probably being held back in first class or something. Like, genuinely, these are just primary school questions. And the other ones that aren't so simple are more at, I'd say, secondary school level. Oh, and by the way, all the questions are multiple choice, with those choices being really obvious. The only way you're getting them wrong is if you're not paying attention to the game, which is kinda what happened to me while I was playing for the first time. Besides that, you could just get everything wrong and still complete the homework part. It doesn't even affect the game at all, and it just progresses like normal, so it's just a no-brainer if you want to just get done with it. I wish it could affect the game by adding some internal dialogue saying, I feel like these are wrong, or something if you get majority of the questions wrong. But no, nothing changes whether you're fully right or fully wrong. Now, moving on to the other tasks in the game, they're just walking or waiting simulators, like the investigation quests. Oh boy. Through the game, a bunch of things happen that we decide to investigate, And it's just walking from place to place and nothing special. Just a little, oh my god, what happened here type shit. I feel like they were put in the game just so you would have to go to every part of the house just to progress. So you're basically forced to explore at the same time as going through the game. Although some tasks are just filler to make the game longer, there's ones that take you outside your house, like just walking deep into the forest behind your house just to investigate some noise. Clearly some classic horror movie character shit going on here. They also have these big red markers that show where you have to go, which kind of defeats the whole purpose of investigating. I know the player might get lost if those markers weren't there to guide them. No! You're on a path, idiot! Just don't go off the path and you'll reach your destination! Also, speaking of the destination, it's supposed to be a dead horse from your farm, but it just looks like a pile of sandpaper. Like, what the fuck? This shit doesn't even look like horse gore. Anyways, enough about the dumbass tasks. Let's talk about the low intelligence of the characters. Oh boy, it's not just the humans that are dumb. It's literally everything that we see in the game. I mean, sure, our character does seem to be a stereotypical horror movie character because, of course, hear random noise equals go investigate random loud noise. A bunch of times! Also, why couldn't we save the homework for the last thing to do? Like, why feed the horses after doing homework for what school? I'm pretty sure that as a farmer, taking care of your land and animals are top priority. Like, it was literally the first thing on the list and our character decides to read from bottom to top for some reason. Okay, dude, that's just dumb now. There was a bucket in the kitchen full of horse food ready for you to take out and you decide, nah, I'm gonna solve 2 by 2 because homework better than horse. Just shut the fuck up, bro. If I was this guy, I would also try to work on my sleeping schedule because he's clearly sleep deprived and wake you up in the middle of the day so nothing gets done early and he can't do anything without easily being exhausted. Although, I do gotta give it to him, he was able to run out of that corn maze first try while being chased. That's awesome memory. But bro, it's not even just the player character that's dumb as shit. It's also the monsters in this game that legitimately have a skill issue at catching us. Because what do you mean we're knocked out cold on the ground with this big red creature looming over us when we wake up and we still survive? Buddy, just kill us at this point, or do you really want us to live or something? I thought the fallen angels in this game were supposed to be these creatures that if you see, you're just dead. But holy plot armor, I guess. I thought that shit only happens in horror movies, but I guess that has transferred to Roblox horror games. Now, the next thing I dislike is the low lethality and difficulty of the game. What do I mean by that? I mean that there's almost nowhere in the game where it's possible to die. The only part where I assume you can die in is this minigame where you're hiding in a closet. Now, I'm only assuming here because I have never lost to this minigame, even on my first try, despite it being really unpredictable. Like, I thought I was safe for a second when it stopped, but then the dots just started appearing even faster, yet I still beat the minigame. This is pretty much the only part of the game where, once again, I assume, you can die. And if you fail here, you're genuinely bad. And honestly, like I just said, this game is really easy. The rest of the game is just exploring and watching analog horror shit. And it eventually just gets boring, which is actually the next thing I'm going to be talking about, which is the game genuinely had so much potential to be good. I'm not gonna lie, the game was really good at the start, especially with the absolute peak intro VHS talking about the fallen angels. Oh my god, I thought I was going to be playing one of the best horror games ever. But no, the game just turned into a walking simulator while doing random side quests after that. Plus, you don't even know where you're supposed to go sometimes. Like, for example, the basement is locked until you have to go down into it just to watch a VHS tape that shouldn't even be seen by us in game. Genuinely, what is the point of it? And the walking simulator part? Bro, the part where you have to go find where your horses went. It genuinely takes so long to get there. Like, you walk so slowly. And there's literally no horse to find. It's just a pile of what's supposed to be dead horse meat. Instead, it just looks like sandpaper. What the fuck? I genuinely can't with these textures, like. The last thing that I dislike about the game is that half of it is just watching analog horror videos instead of playing the actual game. Look, I get the game is based off of the Mandela catalog, which is analog horror, but The Intruder is also based off of the Mandela catalog, and their gameplay is way better. Like, at least I'm not just sitting and watching some random black creature speaking to me for 5 minutes straight in The Intruder. but sadly, that does seem to be the case for Mulberry County. It's just analog horror videos half the time. Like, I wanted to play a game, not watch videos. So, that's pretty much everything I had to say about why I disliked Mulberry County. I'm not saying it's a horrible game, but it definitely could have been way better. The only way I could explain Mulberry County in one sentence is, it does not make any sense. Everything that happens in the game does not make any sense, in my opinion anyways. Now, a message to the developer of Mulberry County from me. If you're watching this, please take note of everything I said in this video and actually use that advice to make Volume 2 way better than the mess Volume 1 was. Treat this video like constructive criticism, not hate towards the game. Anyways, with all that being said, KylerNator out. Also join the KylerNator fan hub, link in description!